Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. Scoop, Muck and Dizzy and Rolly too. Lofty and Wendy join the crew. Bob and the gang have so much fun. Working together, they get the job done. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. Pilchard and Bird, Travis and Spud, playing together like good friends should. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can.
JJ's just phoned Bob. He said the wooden beam you ordered for Mr. Ellis's ceiling has just arrived.
Thanks, Wendy. I'll pick it up on my way over to Mr. Ellis's cottage. You don't want to come to Mr. Ellis's, Pilchard.
What's the wooden beam for, Bob?
I'm using it to replace one that's rotten.
Who's on the job, Bob?
I'll need you, Muck, and Lofty, and Dizzy.
Isn't Wendy coming with us?
Scoop and I will come over later, Dizzy.
Will you bring the ceiling props with you, Wendy?
Yes, of course I will, Bob.
Can we fix it?
Yes, we can! Yeah, I think so.
See you later.
OK, Wendy, bye.
It might not be exactly the same colour as Mr. Ellis's other wooden beams.
Oh, dear. Mr. Ellis wants all of them to look the same.
You could treat it with some of this antique wax.
That's a very good idea, JJ. Right, Lofty, can you grab the beam? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Where do you want these trestles, Bob?
I'll put them into Muck's dumper.
Here you are, Bob.
Pilchard!
She must have jumped in when you weren't looking, Bob.
You know cats aren't allowed on building sites, Pilchard. I'll drop you back at the yard on my way to Mr. Ellis's. See you later, JJ.
Bye, Bob. Bye, Pilchard.
Good. It looks a bit long, Bob.
Don't worry, I'll be cutting it down to size, Mr. Ellis.
Good. But, it's not the same colour as my beams.
Trust me, Mr. Ellis. When I've finished, it'll look exactly like the other old beams in your ceiling.
Excellent, Bob. I'll go and make some tea.
Is Mr. Ellis's cottage very old, Bob?
Yes, Dizzy. It's very, very old.
Even older than you, Bob?
Huh? Yes, much older than me, Dizzy.
Wow! That's really old, isn't it?
Now, let's see, this should be... I wonder if that is a cross beam. That's where the nails go. Yeah. So... Right.
Tea and biscuits, Bob.
Oh, lovely. Just what I need. Thanks, Mr. Ellis.
I'm just going to feed Bertie and Frida.
Very nice. I'll keep the other biscuit for a treat later on. OK, goggles on. Stand back, everybody. Oh, whoa! Pilchard! I've only just taken you back to the yard. Pilchard, come here. You mustn't play on building sites. It's too dangerous. Oh, dear. I think I'd better put you in the house.
Aw, Bob. Pilchard only wants to play.
She can't, Dizzy. She might cause an accident. There now. In you go. Sorry, Pilchard. You've got to stay out of harm's way until I finish this job.
Right, that's the beam cut to size. Whoa, I'm hungry. Time for that biscuit. That's funny. Have you seen my biscuit, Mr. Ellis?
No, Bob.
It's disappeared.
You know, Bob, I've had a lot of biscuits going missing lately.
Oh, well. I'll ring Wendy and tell her I'm ready to fit the beam. Can you come over to Mr. Ellis's cottage right away, Wendy? Thanks. I just don't know what's got into Pilchard today.
Pilchard still wants to play, Bob.
Well, she shouldn't play in here while I'm working on a stepladder. Come on, Pilchard. Out you go. Okay, Dizzy, this is going to be very loud.
That's not very loud, Bob.
Oh, it's not working. I better check the plug.
Pilchard, what are you doing here?
Oh, I've forgotten to plug it in. Oh. My biscuit. How did it get in here?
Hello, Bob? Oh, Pilchard, stop that!
Nice. Well, that explains it. It was the mice that made Pilchard act so strangely.
And ate my biscuits.
I should have listened to you in the first place, Pilchard. We'll have to find a new home for them.
First, we've got to finish fixing Mr. Ellis's ceiling.
You're right, Wendy. Take care of the muck. We won't be long. You'd better come with me, Pilchard.
Oh, thank you, Bob and Wendy. That's a marvellous job.
Thanks, Mr. Ellis. Now, we still need to find a nice, safe place for these field mice.
What about a field, Bob?
Good idea, Muck. Can you take them to Farmer Pickle's field?
Mark, to the rescue!
Aw, Pilchard's going to miss the mice.
Well, actually, I've got a little thank you present for Pilchard. It's something I used to play with when I was a little boy. I hope you like it, Pilchard.
You've just made Pilchard a very happy cat.